Listen up, YouTube family. I finally just made it to Master Rank 1, and I'm super excited about it. And I did it in my mama's basement, son. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Nice.
You know what I'm talking about? But in this video, I'm gonna go over that deck list, explain to you my thoughts and processes, but then also we're gonna look at the next tier because it did not get affected by the ban list, which is amazing. So it's still gonna be tier 1 and it's gonna be juicy. And I kind of have some ideas that I want to do with the deck. So we're gonna see if it works out. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video. All right, boys, I made it to the highest rank, as you can see. Had a little win streak going too. I was slap, clapping and clap. And I got it with Vanquished Souls. So let's go ahead and check out the deck list. So here it is. I'm running a 40 card engine with the double Snow Devil. So critical. I love 2 Snow Devils because honestly, the special summon effect is really useful because this deck does have a problem with special summoning in its extenders. You have Jiao Long, which is a good extender, but the other big guys, they need a Sword Soul monster on board to bounce back to special summon themselves. And then you also have Pantria, who is an extender too, but in my case, not too many extenders. Yeah, you have Stake Your Soul as well, but this just helps you get that other extender piece because you do want to keep summoning your boy Ryzen. You want to summon him off of Snow Devil. You want to summon him off of Continue. You want to summon him off of Rock the Vanquisher. Super good. I do love the 1 Lava Golem. I'm running the 1 Lava Golem and 2 Karakuri. Lava Golem is fire in the fact that he can just get rid of very problematic cards. And so can Karakuri, but Lava Golem adds an additional protection that you know that you're gonna tribute those monsters, as opposed to Karakuri, you have to wait for them to use their effects. And if you reveal Karakuri, a lot of players have played around it to not use their effects and use other options to you know, stall until they had to use their effect, but by then it was too late. So Lava Golem, if you reveal Lava Golem and they already have 2 monsters on board, it's GG. But if usually you're going second, hopefully you're not usually going second, but hopefully you have these going second and you don't have to reveal any of them. But with that being said, I'm playing a 1 pot of Extravagance because you do not care about your extra deck. You only care about Rock the Vanquisher. It happened to me a few times where I got rid of 2, but the majority of the time I did not get rid of all of them. And maybe 1 was hit each time, but sometimes I hit 2. Not the end of the world. Now, Dimensional Shifter. Dimensional Shifter has won me a few games just by activating it, to be honest. So, and with the, I mean, I guess Dragon Links are took a big hit, right? So we might not see them too much, or any other variant of dragons and just spamming the graveyard and filling up the graveyard. Some of those strategies got hit, so maybe Dimensional Shifter doesn't have to go into this next format. But it's still very powerful, and probably would still run it until I see how the meta develops, because in a mirror match, yeah, it's dead. And the cool thing about it too is, honestly, it's still a dark in your hand. So like, even if it's dead, I was still utilizing its attribute for all of my monsters and trap cards effects. Okay, so even though you still draw it later, and I was playing against a mirror match and he summoned Ryzen and I had D-Shifter in hand, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this in hand because I don't even want to. It's not even gonna benefit me. Same thing in a mirror match against Flandreese. Not mirror match, but against Flandreese, they dropped Dimensional Shifter, and I'm like, oh, I have 1 in my hand. I might as well just keep this in my hand for fodder, you know. So, you know, extra deck is pretty straightforward. I did change. I was playing the fire one, but I like the dark one way more. Dark one was able to get me through a lot of situations over the fire one, just because Masquerade IP's dark, helps you get to 4 or really quick, and or Goddess of the Underworld. So that's a lot of fun, again, especially against the Dragon Link deck and decks that just made the Sprite decks that also made the super hard dude to get over, the Mech Knight dude. But This is a pretty good standard build. I would probably keep running this. I'm not running the Book of Moon card because honestly, Snow Devil is just so good. You don't need to run the Book of Moon card. You really don't. But with the new ban list and them hitting the Kashtira engine, especially Fenra engine, that a lot of people are running, it's going to probably be cut because if I would run it, I would run one Fenra because I wouldn't want to run this in Fenra because then if I have Fenra, this is a dead draw later. I wouldn't want to run Fenra and Rise Heart because if I draw Rise Heart, Fenra is not going to be as impactful and Rise Heart is just going to be trash in my hand in this deck. So if I were to still run it, I would run the one Fenra just for his brokenness and his cool shenanigans. But honestly, maybe even just cut all four. Could be another Heavy Borger. I could play 3 of the bigger ones. I could run Heavy Borger. I could run Zhaolong. That would be 2. And then I could run another Pantry because Pantry is actually really good and has a lot of good synergy with Lava Golem because Lava Golem says you can't normal summon. She allows you to special summon and keep playing. So honestly, I would run probably a second one of her. And then you can even run the second Lava Golem in that aspect, right? So here is the deck list. One thing I did consider and might be super spicy is running the Dragon Rulers Redox and Blaster. I'm gonna have to see if it is possible because I believe they have to be banished. If this card is in your hand or grave, you can banish a total of 2 Earth, and your Caesar's a dragon too, so Caesar is actually a Dragon Earth, which works really well with some of these guys. You can discard this card and 1 Earth monster to the graveyard, then target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. If this card is banished, you can add 1 Earth dragon monster from your deck to your hand, right? So with him and with Blaster and Redox, that might be a little cool synergy that I might be able to splash into Vanquish Souls. I'm going to give it a try. Might have to play a baby or 2 just because I'm going to be lacking on the dragon department because I'm pretty sure all these other guys, none of them are dragons. I could run a 3rd Caesar, which would make it pretty bricky in my opinion, but with the Dragon Rulers it might just work. And your Heavy Borgor is a level 7, which is beautiful for the rank 7 plays. So something I'm considering. I have to, play test it, do all that yada yada. But go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. It is my birthday actually in 2 days, New Year's Eve. So I want y'all to go celebrate. I want y'all to, even if you're at home, I want y'all to kick back. I want you guys to reflect on last year and all the good stuff that's going to happen this next year. Think about everything moving forward. Plan, hope, and dream. Let's get it. So without further ado, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope y'all have a happy new year. Peace.